welcome to the third game today at Judson University for the Huntley Red Raiders I-90 invite. This is the fifth bracket game overall and the 12th game that we've broadcast this entire weekend. I have been play-by-play announcing all of them.
You have. You're doing a wonderful job.
And I've been joined with my mom.
Hello.
You probably have heard this spiel before. We've both been around the game of softball for as long as we can remember, and we're starting off the game strong with a line drive hit left center, and she'll take first base. AHQ versus the Bo Jackson Blast. The Blast are in the black uniforms, and AHQ has already played once today. They are in white with red stripes, and we could take a look at that hit that just happened while I was chatting about myself. Beautiful hit, no man's land. And runner decided to steal two as we were looking at that. That would be Reese Davis for AHQ. Alex Carlson is up to bat now. And if you were with us last game, you know we had a little bit of technical difficulties, but we powered through, and we have a pop-up to right field, and she'll catch it. Does not lose it in the sun, which we have seen earlier today as well. But following our little technical difficulties that we had last game, this is a all-teenage high school run production, with the exception of my mom and our teacher, Mr. Erickson. But we could not enlist his help since he was busy coaching. So props to Beacon Academy for being innovative and working around problems as best as we can. So Gianna Maselli is up to bat for AHQ, and she'll hit a hard grounder past the second baseman. Runner's looking for, and she'll be safe. Throw gets away. Gianna will take second. So AHQ is coming out strong, and we've seen this for pretty much every game that we've seen them play. Is they come out strong and they want to hit the ball, and they're very aggressive at the plate and around the bases.
Yeah, AHQ definitely comes out strong every game. Their bats are fire, so hopefully they keep that up.
We can already tell that they've worked really, really hard to get to where they are today. This is a single elimination bracket, so it's win or go home. We saw Huntley Red Raiders win against Homer Heat. We have a pop-up, and it is out of play, hit the fence. Hey guys, the graphic is... So number 8 is up to bat for AHQ. This is Dylan Holtberg. Apologies if we say some of these names wrong. We have a line drive to the left fielder. She catches it. Can they double her off?
Oh.
No, the throw gets away. So there was very good opportunity to make a double play on that.
Yeah, I think Gianna got a little bit lucky on that. She wasn't back in time, and they just misplayed the ball.
So AHQ, this is their second game today at these fields. They won against the Stingrays, I believe. That seems right. Mom would double check my facts.
They won 9-1.
So this is their second bracket game today. And it's getting a little bit windy.
Stuff flying around the press box up here.
Windows are open. It feels nice. The breeze is nice. It's a hot one. It's getting progressively warmer as the day goes on. We have a foul ball straight back. Count is 1 ball and 2 strikes. We have 2 outs. The temperature is 73 degrees. We have a grounder to the first baseman, and they will tag first base in time. It is 73 degrees, but according to my app, it feels like 72 because of how windy it is, which that could make sense.
Little wind chill going on.
Somehow.
Don't often talk about wind chill in summer.
Not really. It looks like all next week is going to be in the high 80s starting on Wednesday. So that's definitely summertime weather. Not like yesterday where it rained pretty much all day starting at around 1:30. So that was not pleasant. So for AHQ, we have number 22 in the circle, which would be Summer.
So we have definitely watched the Bo Jackson Blast play a few games this weekend. And what do you see them doing when they come out?
They all come out of the dugout, which I've not seen before. Usually it's just the first 3 batters in the lineup, but the entire team comes out of the dugout for the first inning, and they time up the pitcher. You see every one of those girls has their bat in hand, timing up the pitcher. And it's not something that we've seen any other team do, but it seems to be working since they always, so far, get a huge jump ahead. Run differential is crazy. They come out looking to swing, looking to steal bases, and they're ready to play. This is the first time we've seen them today. Usually we see Sunday championship whites, but it looks like they have the opposite tradition, championship blacks, for their uniform. Let's see if it works.
As a mom, I appreciate Sunday blacks. Much easier to clean.
But they wore all white, I believe, yesterday in the rain.
They did.
So that was not wise uniform decision there.
All right, so it looks like we get number 27, Maddie. Maddie is a switch hitter, but looks like she is going to
Start lefty today.
start lefty, and looks like she's going to slap. Oh,
She'll
and
bunt.
it's a bunt.
Pitcher will field it, not in time. It was a good throw, good field. Just Maddie is probably one of the fastest girls that we've seen.
Yeah, she
if
is
not
definitely
the
quick.
fastest. Although we don't have, first to home times or home to first. Take a look at that bunt. See, she's already halfway down the line by the time the pitcher picks up the ball. All right, and we have number 12 up for the Blast, Hope Davis. This is another lefty. It looks like she will not be slapping. She'll swing and miss for strike 2.
I am surprised that Maddie has not taken off for second base yet. Let's see if she does it this at bat.
Yet.
This pitch, sorry.
There she goes.
There she goes.
So she is definitely quick. And it looks like we have 2 umpires for this game, since we're getting closer and closer to the championship game. Stakes are more high, more at risk. That's not the right phrasing, is it?
No, but we did see Hope go down swinging, so that is their first out for the Blast.
Runner on second, and it looks like Gabby Godino, number 10, is up for the Blast. She is the shortstop. She is their shortstop. And she'll take ball 1. You can see Maddie has a pretty sizable lead there at second base. Trying to taunt the catcher into throwing down, possibly throwing it away so she can take an extra base. Gabby will hit a very high foul ball.
I think the wind definitely took that one.
Yeah.
Wind looks like it is blowing towards left field, third base side. So,
Just straight left.
yep. So if batters need to try and hit either more line drives or on the ground to keep it in play.
She hits it up in the air, left side, going back for it, and she catches it on the drop step. Maddie will tag up and take third.
That was a great ball. That was a good hit.
So that was a sac fly to move the runner over. We have 2 outs now. And we have number 2 up to bat for the Blast.
Looks like it's Mila.
He's going to say Micah, because on their sheet it looks like a C instead of an L.
Heads up. Foul ball coming straight towards the booth. It's a good thing they have these big nets at Judson University.
I think we've said that every single
We
game.
have. We don't always see that, and you're always yelling, heads up, heads up.
Yeah.
Making people duck.
If someone
Doesn't make
says
sense.
heads up,
You
either
duck.
cover your head or find the ball and then cover your head. 'Cause
Yes.
It's not
Heads
fun
up means
being,
heads down.
pretty much. Protect yourself. We had an incident at our high school game where it was teacher appreciation night, and we had 3 of our teachers get hit with the same foul ball. All of them got hit in the head.
One needed stitches and had a concussion, and the other one had a good-sized bruise, and the third one
Was okay.
was okay.
But still,
It was scary.
very. We stopped the game and had to make sure they were okay. The trainer came over and sent the one to the emergency room, and we just saw a pop out to the second baseman. Let's take a look at that 3rd out here. Easy catch there. She barely had to go for it. And AHQ will take the lead with 1-0. This is the top of the 2nd inning now. Blast is in the field. And it looks like Hope will be in the circle, and Avery? I think that's what that says. Yeah, Avery will be behind the plate. You know, I'm not one to talk. I have bad handwriting, so can't give too much to these coaches. They are trying to rush, and I know I'm kind of haggling them for their lineups.
All right, so what do you expect to see out of Paige Davis on the mound? She did pitch she pitched a game yesterday morning, I believe.
I do know that she really likes her change-ups, and they work so well. Lots of batters are thrown off by them, and I don't believe that AHQ has seen too many change-ups earlier today. They did see a couple, and they were definitely thrown off. So I'm wondering if they'll be able to hit off of Hope. Looks like number 23 for AHQ is up to bat, Paige Terranova. Earlier today, she had a stand-up double back-to-back with Mia Perez, the one batter before her. As she is 2 balls, 1 strike. And there's that
There's a
changeup.
changeup, yep, and got her. Good thing she was able to foul that off.
So the count is 2-2. Nobody on base, since this is the leadoff hitter for this inning.
Can definitely hear AHQ's bench.
And she does liner to the right fielder. Diving catch, almost had it bounced off of her glove. It was great effort there. She almost had that one. That came in hard. Looks to be number 1 for the Blast, which would be Emily Morales.
Yeah, that was a rough play. That came in hot.
She almost had it too. So we have a runner on first base. Number 99 is up to bat. She'll swing at the first pitch, pop it up, looks like to the first baseman, and she'll catch it. So we have 1 out on the field. Runner still on first base. Number 24 will come up to bat next, which will be Sophia Manzala. We have back-to-back Sophias. Number 99 before was Sophia Carrington. How would you say that?
I'll just say Kerrigan. I think that
Kerrigan?
sounds right. It's a little bit different.
If you've been watching before, we have a little trouble with pronunciation. We had phonetic spelling and then we lost the phonetic spelling, but we'll try our best. We're so sorry if we're saying names wrong. You can yell at us later or comment on it.
Which Danny B did, didn't she?
Yeah, we were calling one of the players from Huntley Gabby, and her name is Danny. So we're sorry for that. She did come up and correct me, which I'm glad she did because we got to fix it. All right, so the count is full for Sophia. Runner on first base and ball over the catcher's head. Runners will advance on the walk. Looks like number 2 will be up next, Peyton. And it looks like we found the phonetic spelling for both of these teams. All right, so 1 ball. And she'll hit a liner past the third base and the shortstop, and runner will not go. Station to station, we have bases loaded, 1 out for AHQ. Number 7 is up to bat, Claire Smith.
Are you sure you got that name right? I'm just teasing you because it was one of the easiest pronunciations. Just making sure.
Don't scare me like that. I thought I was doing good.
Just picking on you.
All right, so we have bases loaded, 1 out. Claire is up to bat, and she'll hit the first pitch past the pitcher. Makes its way all the way to center field. 1 run will score, and they'll hold her up at third. So we still have bases loaded. AHQ. Lots of fans in the stands going loud, very excited for their team. The score is now 2-0 AHQ in the lead. Let's take another look at that hit there. Right past the pitcher, up the middle. We've seen that a couple times this weekend. There's really not much anyone can do about that. And while that replay is happening, we have a pop-up to the third baseman. And she caught it, so that would be out number 2. Summer is the one that we just saw pop out, and we have Mahi Patel up to bat. She is a true lefty. We saw her pitch earlier today. She was pitching lefty, and it doesn't look like she's gonna slap. So bases are loaded, 2 outs for AHQ. Do you know what AHQ stands for?
I believe it's Athletes Headquarters. They have a indoor training facility that I believe we visited a couple years ago.
It's in Elgin, right?
Mm-hmm.
So they didn't have to drive too far this morning. All right, so the count is 2-1. 2-2 now that she fouled it off. So we have 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs.
But it's batter
And
number
they're
64.
up by 2.
They are up by 2. We don't have batter 22 up at this time.
And she'll watch ball 3. Ball will get past the catcher. Runner will try to take 4, and she is safe under the tag. So we have runners on second and third. 2 outs, full count.
All right. Cleaning off the plate a little bit. Got a little dusty. Looks like the fields are drying Definitely drying out with all the sunshine and heat. Made a little bit better for slide earlier. Ground seemed a little bit sticky.
Yeah. Saw that rain. That is swing and miss strike 3 for Mahi Patel, and that will end the top of the second inning. AHQ will go in the field. Let's take a quick break.
Why call Custom Heating and Cooling? Custom's employees are always staying up to date with training on the latest technology, with 5-star reviews on Google, Yelp, and Facebook. A business of Elgin, from Elgin, and for Elgin. Custom Heating and Cooling, trained, reliable, trustworthy.
All right, so looks like for AHQ, we still have number 22 in the circle. Looks like that is Summer. And up to bat, we have number 44, Avery Gage, for the Blast.
One ball, no strikes. First one got away from the catcher a little bit. Strike one. The count is 1-1. Count is 1-2. We have up for the Blast. Looks like Avery. And she'll pop one up in foul territory. First baseman will catch it. So we have 1 out. Good range there by our first baseman for AHQ. Number 15 is up for the Blast, Maddie Pocus.
Read your phonetic list here.
Oh my gosh.
Pocois.
Pochois? Pocois?
Pochois. We'll say Pochois.
All right, and we just had another pop up to the right fielder, I believe. I was too busy looking at my phonetic spelling, trying to say her name. So we have 2 outs on the field. And we have Caroline Rogus up to bat. And she'll take ball 1 high. All right, and she'll take ball 2 in the dirt. Caroline is the third baseman for the Blast. She'll take ball 3. Summer is in the circle for AHQ. Strike 1 right down the middle. Count is 3-1. We have 2 outs, nobody on base. She'll swing and miss for strike 2. Full count, 2 outs. No one on. She'll hard hit ground ball to the pitcher. It'll hit her in the shin. Third baseman will field it, attempt to make the play. Throws not in time. That looked like it hurt. right off her shin. She was almost there. Almost had her glove down. Just was not in time, and the ball got a little bit away from the pitcher there. So we have 2 outs, runner on first base. And number 1 up to bat for the Blast. That would be Emily Morales. She's a lefty. She'll show bunt take. Runner still on first base. Did not advance on that little bit of bobble there. We have Mia Perez behind the plate for AHQ. She'll hit a foul ball left side. Count is 1-1. And she'll hit a ball up in the air. Looks like no man's land. Runner will try to take third, and the throw is in time, and they got her at third.
That was a great throw.
So we had a little bit of miscommunication there in between second, right, and center, and the ball dropped between them, but they got the throw to third base and tagged her out.
Yep, that was a beautiful throw. Good job.
AHQ getting pumped up by that. They are currently up by 3. They're going to go hit. Hope is still in the circle for the Blast. It'll be the top of the 3rd, I believe.
Yeah, I'm really surprised. I mean, Blast is not getting runners on base, which is not like them.
Yeah. Might be a little bit warm. It is hot standing in the sun, and they are in black. Oh my gosh. And our door just opened from the wind and is blowing papers everywhere. It's all right. We'll just tape everything down.
Oh.
All right, so I'm going to tape these papers down so we don't have that issue again. Looks like we have number 21 up to bat for AHQ. This is top of the order, Reese Davis. She'll take a ball outside. And she'll hit one. Looks like it's going to be foul over the fence.
Almost
on
took
the
out our
left
camera.
side. Yeah, that was a little close. Glad we did not hit our cameras. Speaking of cameras, would you like to speak about the Beacon Academy?
So Beacon Academy is all student run, from the camera operators and the tech directors and replay.
We have a pop-up to the shortstop. We have 1 out in the field.
We do. There we go. We've got one camera operator there. That looks like Ryan out there. Hi, Ryan. And they all kind of flip jobs, so they all learn different aspects of this, including troubleshooting from the last game.
Yeah, so we have probably about 5 positions, maybe 6 in the truck. We have everyone from directors, tech directors, audio,
Graphics.
replay, graphics. Sometimes we have announcers like me. I am a part of the Beacon Academy. We have camera operators. We have, I think, 3 so far, and then we have 1 static. So there's a lot of work that goes into these broadcasts that most people don't see. Set up here about a day early. Count is 2 balls, 1 strike.
Oh, there's another camera operator. Hello.
And we're all high school students. We have, I think, 2 incoming freshmen, so they haven't even stepped foot in high school yet, and they're already helping out with these productions.
Yeah, one of the guys stepped up yesterday and wanted to be a tech director. Hasn't even come to the school yet, and he already to jump in and be a tech director. It's usually a higher level.
There's your truck.
There's the truck behind the dugout.
protected. So we have a ground ball to the first baseman off the base. She'll flip it to the second baseman, and she
Ooh,
is
got her in
out.
time.
So we have 2 outs on the field. Looked like the third base coach isn't really agreeing with it. And it looks like he wants to get a replay, an appeal. So we'll take a look at it, but unfortunately they can't see it. And it, I don't know.
I don't think she had her foot down on the base yet.
Let's see. Reversing a great replay there. Yeah, I think she was out.
Yeah, I
right
think she was
there.
out. It was close.
Right
Well,
there.
that's the benefit of having another umpire in the field
Yeah,
today.
for sure. So even if they were able to appeal like he wanted, I believe the call would have stayed the same. We have 2 outs on the field, and we have a hit by pitch. That is Gianna Maselli. That got her on the inside thigh. She'll take first base. Look like she's all right. She seems to be doing okay from the earlier game. She was catching. She had a foul ball straight to the face mask. Took a minute. But it looks like she's doing all right now. And we have a ground ball to the shortstop. She'll throw to 1 and throws in time. So that would be the 3rd out of this inning.
All right, so who do we have up here for the blast?
Looks like we have number 8 up, and I just covered my roster with the phonetic spellings.
So it looks like it's Sam.
Sam Mahoney.
Oh, look at that. She's on your phonetic spelling.
Mahoney. Yeah. Said it right.
You did say it right. Very good. Sam's first at bat in this game. Sporting bright blue batting gloves.
Interesting, because they're not her team's colors. Usually, when players are looking for cleats or batting gloves, when they get to have choices in their uniform attire, it's usually something that matches either the team colors or something with their uniform. And I believe the Blast are black, white, and neon green.
I think so. I think that's what I remembered yesterday as well. But sometimes it is hard getting colors that match because sporting goods stores don't always seem to have basic color, primary colors for girls.
Yeah,
Girls'
there's lots of
attire seems to be pink and
green,
purple
not
and
green, like lime green.
purples and yellows. It's like, no, come on.
Where's the black? Where's
so
the
if anyone
red?
from Dick's is listening, do better for girls.
Find basic colors.
Yep, got to do better. Basketball included.
We've grounded to third base, and they'll make 1 out at second base. Looked like they were going to try to turn 2, but didn't. So we have 1 out, runner on first base. But yeah, we were looking for basketball Under Armour shirts for me, and I had to match my jerseys, and I needed a navy blue. Let's take a look at that almost double play there. But the only long sleeve shirts that we could find were
Boys,
purple and pink and
lime green.
lime green. Out of all colors, why lime green? Such a random. But yeah, I had to settle for boys' clothing, which honestly isn't that bad. We ground her to second base, and she'll make the out at 1. So we have 2 outs on the field. Runner on second base.
Looks like now we've got number 27, Maddie, up at bat. We've talked about Maddie being a switch hitter.
She's on the right side this time. She'll swing and a miss.
Yeah, with the emergence of girls and women's sports being more popular, it's time the clothing and uniform companies step up and start realizing what is needed.
Yeah. Especially with, I mean, not just softball. It's getting a lot more popular. It's being televised a lot more, especially like the Women's College World Series that just ended. But with Caitlin Clark and the WNBA, there's a lot more happening. There's a lot more publicity that's going on, and people are demanding to see these games. So that I know there's much more coverage on TV of these women's basketball games that weren't before, and the stadium is starting to fill up.
Yeah, I think I saw like 22,000 people at Caitlin Clark's game yesterday. And I apologize, it's not Caitlin Clark's game. She was playing for the Indiana Fever, but she's just bringing in the people, so it's pretty cool.
For sure. So while we were talking about that, we had a pass ball, runner advanced to third, and we have a ground ball to shortstop. Run will score.
Oh.
The ball gets away from the first baseman. Maddie will take 2. And it looks
She only gets
like
1 base because it was out of bounds.
Yeah, so if you did not know, there's a rule that pretty much everyone is taught. If the ball goes out of play after it's thrown away, like it goes in a dugout or it gets stuck under the fence, players are taught to put their hands up in the air, saying that it's out of play.
Touchdown.
So if I saw it from the field umpire, so she did not get to advance anymore. She only got to second base. We have Hope up to bat. She fouls one off over the third base dugout, and that is lost in the bushes. So we have a lake concealed by lots of trees and bushes to the left side of the field here at Judson University. We have a runner on second base. 2 outs.
It's a very pretty campus. I like it here. It's very hilly.
It is very hilly.
And it kind of hides in the trees.
Although there's not an easy way to get to the softball field. We have a solid line drive up the middle to the center fielder. Maddie will look to score, and she will. AHQ will cut off the ball to hold Hope at first base.
Yeah, that was a good hit by Hope. And it was just deep enough in the outfield that Maddie was able to turn on the afterburners and speed home.
So I believe the score is 3-1 right now. Blast is catching up.
Well, we were saying the last inning that it was surprising that Blast hadn't scored yet.
Yeah, so I think they finally realized that they had to pick up the pace a little bit, and that's what we're seeing now. Little bit of a 2-out rally. Not quite. It was really just 1 hit, but it looks like they might start it. Hope is still on first base. Score is 3-1. Looks like AHQ is doing their best to keep the Blast at bay. We have number 10 up. That would be Gabby.
Gabby flied out to left field last inning.
Flew. We have a line drive to the shortstop. She'll catch it. That concludes the bottom of the third. Let's take a look at that line out there. right, so it looks like Hope is still in the circle for the blast. She's been doing a pretty good job of holding AHQ to not too many runs. I know in previous games they've gotten like 5 or 6 by now. So as we get closer to the championship game, the games are getting a little bit closer in score. Score's 3-1. Having a little bit trouble with our scoreboard, trying to figure out how to clear it, but it's okay. Oh.
So the score is correct at 3-2. Just so you know.
So I missed something?
You did. I think you missed a run in the second inning from Bryn had scored.
Okay, so the score is 3-2.
In favor of AHQ.
We all make mistakes. We have a fly ball to the second baseman.
For out number 1.
That was Mia Perez. Next up, we have Paige Terranova, number 23 for AHQ.
I think last up at bat, Paige had that high fly ball to the right fielder who was not able to make the catch.
So the count is 1-1. We have no runners on and 1 out. She'll swing at this one. It's coming straight up. Looks like it's coming for us.
Nope, stayed in the field of play.
Looked like it was coming towards us.
It did.
All right, so we have AHQ up to bat, and we do know that they have a lot of energy in the dugout. You can see them there with their cheers. Lots of energy, and she just watched strike 3.
Oh, she is disappointed by that. You can tell by her body language walking away.
Yeah.
It's
It's frustrating because you can't really tell all the time where the strike zone will be. We know that this umpire wasn't quite calling those outside pitches previously, but this time he did. We have 2 outs, nobody on
just
base.
nicked the corner.
We have
99, Sophia.
and she'll watch a changeup go by, and that will be called a strike. The count is 1-1.
So I commented on Paige's body language. I mentioned that. She kind of slumped her shoulders, was like, just stood there for a second, and then walked away. What is something that you've changed over your years of playing with body language, like if you strike out or you make an out?
So I know, okay, there was that beautiful changeup again. We can't ignore that. But I know that body language is something that only you can control. I mean, softball is game of failure. Like, major leagues have 300 batting averages, and that's 3 out of 10 hits, and that's considered like all-star. Like, that's amazing for people to be failing 7 out of 10 times. So once you get older and you realize that there's really not much you can do, I mean, if you're trying your best and you're going out all out, doing whatever you can, and if you still fail, there's really nothing to be super upset about. I mean, yeah, you can be frustrated, but there's... Can you wait till I'm done?
We are sponsored today by Tom the Plumber. Service and installations of the highest quality. Honest and affordable. They are family owned. Visit www.tomtheplumber.inc.com.
Thank you for that.
You're welcome. I've actually called Tom the Plumber.
You have?
We have. We had an issue with the house, and
Did they work?
I don't remember why they didn't come out, but it wasn't anything that they did. It was just, I don't think we needed them. I don't know. They gave me hints, but they were really nice on the phone.
That's good. It's always nice to be nice on the phone. All right, back to what I was saying before we had to get our little
Well, let's just
sponsors in.
quickly say that we have number 2, Mila, batting.
All right. But softball is a game of failure, and there's not much you can do about certain things. If you're trying your best, there's no reason to be upset. And
Great play by the third baseman. Little dribbler foul going up the third base line, and she let it go foul.
you have to control what you can control, and you can't control if you hit the ball, where the umpire is calling strikes, what the pitcher is pitching. You can't control if you're making an error. Like, yeah, that's on you, but there's things that happen, mistakes happen, but the one thing you can control is your effort and your body language. So you be upset about it for a second or two, then forget it. There's wallowing about it isn't going to help. So I think that's something that a lot of younger players need to realize sooner than later. We have a hard hit ball up the not up the middle, past the shortstop. And Mila will stay on first base.
Yep, past the shortstop. That was a hard ground ball. She did try to get it shortstop.
We take another look at that. Looked like a half swing. She almost had that diving. Would have been a beautiful diving stop. And we have a bunt, and the catcher
Oh, nice
almost
try.
had that. So if you bunt and it pops up and someone catches it, you are out because it's considered a fly ball.
Yep.
Even if it doesn't go very far.
Yep,
so
our
that's
catcher was close. Just looked like it hit off the end of her mitt.
So we have nobody out. Runner on first base. And she'll hit it up in the air. Looks like a fly ball to the left fielder, and she'll catch it. Runner will not tag, so we will stay on first base. We have one out. And it looks like number 15 for the Blast is up. That'll be Maddie Pocois. Reading the phonetic spelling, and it's not helping me much.
I think it's Pocois.
All right. She'll watch ball one. And I'm pretty surprised the Blast aren't taking as many bases as they have been previously. I'm not sure if it's because they're a little bit wary of HQ's catcher, Mia Perez. She seems to have quite an arm on her. I know she likes to throw back to first base to try to pick off that runner. Haven't seen it yet today, I think. But I know she's done it a whole bunch earlier today and yesterday as well. We have a hard hit ground ball to the third baseman. Cannot make the play. Can they get her at 2? And they'll say no ball.
Number 2 trying to take advantage of our runner stepping off the base, getting up from the slide.
So there's good backup by short. She'll toss it to 2. It's hard to see, but it looks like she dropped the ball, tried to hide it from the field umpire. And that's an instance where it's a good thing where we have 2 umpires, because he looked for his partner
plate umpire.
behind the plate and saw that they dropped the ball. So we have runners on first and second, 1 out, with
Looks like number 22, Caroline.
up to bat, and she'll take strike 1. The count was 1-1. So it looks like it's 22 against 22. Ball gets away from the catcher. Runners will advance. We have runners on second and third. But it looks like our batter is number 22 and our pitcher is number 22 as well. So it's a battle of the 2s. I guess we have a number 2 on third base as well.
Or deuces.
Deuces. Foul ball. Count is 2-2. Again with the 2s.
Mm-hmm.
we have 1 out on the field. And she'll take ball 3. The count is full.
Blast definitely needs to score here. Got a really good chance. They've only got 1 out, runners on second and third.
And they're down by 1. Tying run is on third, winning run is on second. Not 100% sure how much time we have left, but it is finish the inning. And we have a ground ball to the right fielder. 1 run will score, 2 runs will score. Beautiful base hit for Caroline. What they wrote on here, Carrie.
You know, it looks like AHQ is going to come talk to their pitcher, bringing the infielders in and talk about what needs to be done now to stop any more runs from coming in.
What do you think he's saying? Let's take a look at that hit. No chance for the second baseman or first baseman to get that. Just perfect spot for the runners on second and third to score. So the score is now 4-3. Blast is in the lead.
So now we got Emily up. Let's see if she can hit a number 22. Get her around the bases. Looks like Emily is our lefty. I don't think she's a slapper just by the way
she is.
And of course, proved me wrong.
Looks like she was going to show bunt.
Exactly.
So I wonder if they're just, because I don't think we've seen a true slap yet.
Not since Maddie. Maddie was slapping yesterday.
So the difference between slapping and bunting is lefties are pretty much the only ones that can slap. You could try on the right side, but it's more called a drag bunt. It's where you start pretty far back in the box, and it looks like she's not going to do it now because you usually start in the very back of the box, and you kind of walk forward. We have a ground ball to the shortstop. She'll make 1 out at second base, so we have 2 outs now. But it's kind of where you're walking forward and hitting the ball into the ground, kind of like a chopper almost. At least that's one of the ideas. We can take a look at that play there. Yeah. It's a nice play there. We have runners on first base. Called strike 1. And it looks like we have Sam up to bat. She'll foul it off towards her third base coach. He will make the play. Does not count though.
So definition of a slapper in softball is slappers are hitters who run while they hit.
That's so helpful.
They can place the ball in precise locations and they can bunt. That's what it says.
We have a bobble. The count is 1 ball, 2 strikes. We have runner on first base. We have 2 outs. And Sam is up to bat. She'll swing and head a grounder down the line. It is a foul ball. So runners have to go back to where they came from, which there's only 1. She was at first base. Oh, I think I'm funny. Although I'm really not. Just entertaining myself. Right, so Sam will hit the ball to the second baseman and easy out at first. So we'll start the top of the 5th. AHQ has another chance to score. Hopefully gain back the lead. Looks like they're getting pretty hyped up.
Can't tell if that's the fans yelling or the coach. Somebody down there is very excited.
Let's go, let's go. That's what we're hearing if you cannot. So Hope is still in the circle for the blast.
She's doing a great job.
You know, one thing that's a lot different from softball to baseball is softball pitchers can pitch a lot more. We know softball pitchers can pitch pretty much a whole game and do it again the next day or even the next game. They could probably pitch 2 or 3 games in a row without being
If
totally at
needed.
risk for injury.
That's not always true.
I said totally. Whereas baseball, you usually see about 2 or 3 pitching changes so they don't damage their arm.
The poor arms of the boys.
I mean, the throwing motion's different.
It is, but still. Yeah, while the games are very similar, they are definitely different.
Yeah. And if you talk to probably any baseball player, they'll all say, oh, baseball's harder, and I disagree.
Exactly. Softball is,
Much
it's a
quicker.
faster game. Exactly. The ball is closer.
We have a ground out to the shortstop.
And the exit velocity coming off the bats, especially at the higher levels of the girls, it's fast, and they're 30 feet, I think, closer. I think baseball is 90 feet, and we're 60 feet.
Yeah.
I should really know that.
I think it sounds correct. And with the pitching motion, most pitchers my age are hitting low to mid 60s, which isn't a lot for baseball because their major leagues are consistently hitting high 90s, and that's fast, but the motion is different and the spin is different, and they actually compare something. I'm not exactly sure what the translation is, but I'm pretty sure it's like throwing like 95 miles an hour if you're throwing 65 consistently because of the way the ball spins and the distance. So it's hard. And even though the fences are shorter for softball, the ball's bigger. It doesn't go as far. There's more wind resistance.
Sorry, I was looking at the fact that we have 4 outs. And I know our scoreboard operator is struggling. That's what all the beeps are. So just bear with us. We do have 1 out, not 4.
That's right. We're working. We're all learning.
And I will say that scoreboard is really hard to use.
Yeah. Tends to glitch out on us. We don't see that on the broadcast,
Base
but
on balls.
we can see it in front of us. And our score bug is linked to the scoreboard that the players can all see. So
That's why you're seeing 4
that's
outs.
why you see 4 outs on the bug as well, or the graphic. So we have a runner on first base. Swing and miss for strike 1. Number 7 for AHQ is up to bat, and that'll be Claire Smith. And you can hear,
AHQ's bench is definitely riled up.
yes, they are. She'll take ball 1.
So I wonder if they're going to get Peyton to steal.
I don't know. Maybe. Count is 1-1. Swing and miss for strike 2.
How do you reset the outs after?
And strike 3 looking. Claire's not super happy with that call. Neither is the third base coach. See him shaking his head, not thrilled. It's a little bit low and outside, but you can't really argue with a umpire's strike zone. And we see a hard hit line drive to the center fielder, and
Nice
she'll
catch.
catch it on the run. That was a beautiful catch there. She's got amazing range. And if I see correctly, that's Maddie for the blast. Let's take a look at that. Beautiful hit there. But she's got it. She's quick. On the run. Backhand side. That's not an easy catch to make.
Nope. And Maddie has speed. We've said that on the bases. Obviously shows out in the outfield as well.
Yeah, for sure.
So good job on Maddie keeping on that speed.
Definitely makes sense why she is the center fielder. I know a lot of girls, especially younger players, get upset if they get stuck in the outfield because the batters aren't quite as strong yet and there's really not much action in the outfield. But as you get older, the outfield is one of the most important positions to be playing, and you need to be quick to be an outfielder, and you need to have a strong arm in the outfield. And we have 5 outs now. I didn't know we could do that. They're trying to figure it out. But let's see. 22 is still in the circle for AHQ, and that'll be Summer. We have number 4 up to bat for the Blast.
Looks like that's Bryn.
Valentine. Pronounced Valentine, but with a B.
With a B. I like that. It helps
Makes
that
it easy.
the coach is also Joe Valentine. So I bet you he knows how to pronounce his own name.
I think so too.
Oh, and that hit her.
It's like it
Right in the
bounced
shin.
off the ground and hit her. So it lost speed. She doesn't look too phased by it. We've seen a couple. I don't think she saw the sign. I think she wants it again.
Just a little bit.
Yeah. All right, so show bunt. And she'll pull back for ball 1. We have a runner on first base. See if she gets the sign this time. I think she did.
There we go. Looks like we got our outs fixed. Good job, ladies.
So the count is 2-0. Runner on first base, no outs.
Looks like we got CC up to bat, number 14.
She'll show bunt again. She'll get it down the first base line.
Nice.
Third base will come and get it, and she's out at first base.
But move the runner over, which was that was her job.
She did, and looks like we have Maddie up to bat for the Blast, and looks like she's going to be righty this time. They have 1 out. So if you were Maddie right now up to bat, where would you be looking to hit the ball?
Definitely first base side, but I'm actually kind of bummed that Maddie is not batting lefty. I like her when she bats lefty. She's quicker.
I mean, you're about a foot and a half closer to first base.
True. That pitch hit the plate, bounced over the catcher, I think, and that runner has just now moved to third.
So we have a runner on third alone.
Alone? All by yourself?
She's all by herself.
But the coach is there.
But he's not on the bases. She's alone on third.
She's stranded. No.
All right, so we have 1 ball, no strikes, 1 out. And she'll swing and foul it off. The count is 1-1.
You can tell we're getting a little slap happy on game number 12. It's
13.
a lot of.
12?
It says 12 in my paper.
It does say 12. I thought that was last game.
Sometimes it's a little too much togetherness, but I think we're doing pretty good.
I guess. She shows bunt, gets it down to the third baseman, fields it with 1 hand.
Oh.
Looks like she'll get her at 3.
Got her.
And they call
That
her
was a
out.
great play.
Maddie rounds first a little too much. And the third base coach is not happy with that call.
I don't think he's happy with the runner.
Let's take a look at that. That's beautiful play by the third baseman. Faked her out and got her at 3. Let's see that tag. Oh, yeah, got her right on the hand. It was a beautiful play there by the third baseman for AHQ. It looks like Hope is up to bat. Third baseman will be Dylan. We've seen a couple good plays by her so far today.
Yeah, you guys used to have a play
Called it
like
orange.
that. It was orange. Yep, I was right. Oh,
And we have
that's
a
over her
hard hit
head.
ball over the right fielder's head. 2 hop to the fence. Runner will score.
That was a great hit by Hope.
It's a hard hit ball. 2 hop to the fence, which you would not expect from a girl her size. She looks
she's tiny.
small. She's got a lot of power on the mound, even though it's not a mound. That's a baseball term. Why
Yeah,
do we
it's
call
pitcher's
it a mound?
mound.
It's not a mound.
Because in
It's
baseball, it's
flat.
mounded up.
Yeah. Pile of dirt. What do they need?
I
The
think
extra
it's
speed?
fake. They have like these fake bumps out there.
Sometimes, depending on the field.
Yeah.
Make it removable.
Removable bumps.
All right. So it looks like AHQ just switched their pitcher. We now have number 7, Claire. We did see her pitch yesterday. And Summer will take a seat.
Yeah, Summer did great. Unfortunately, the Blast just came from behind. And they're winning 7-6 right now.
No, AHQ is winning. Right? You only have 3 on your sheet. Hold on. We're fixing some stuff.
I have 3 runs for Judson.
So we're having a little bit of issue with scoreboard again. But I looked up their game changer, and it looks like the score is 5-3. Bo Jackson Blast is in the lead. So the Blast have 5 and HQ has 3. We have pop-up. Catcher got it for out number 3. All right. This game is brought to you by Custom Heating and Cooling for all of your heating or cooling needs. Sales and installation 24-hour emergency service. You can visit www.customheating.com. Powered by Bryant. Whatever it takes.
What is Bryant? I believe Bryant is a brand of furnaces, possibly Central Air. Just so you know.
But I'm not a
HVAC
sales
person.
rep for Custom Heating and Cooling.
Just thought
All I
I'd
know
throw it
is
out
that
there.
they work really well.
Looks like we got number 64, Mahi, up. Mahi is a true left fielder. Holy cow. It's been a really long weekend. I am not used to doing this. Mahi is a true lefty. She pitches lefty as well. Strike 2.
All right, count is 1-2. Still working out our score, but the Blaster winning 5 by Blaster winning 5-3. Solid hard hit ball in between the first base and second baseman. She'll make it to first. So we have runner on first base, no outs here for AHQ. They are down by 2. And we have a hard hit ball to the shortstop. They'll make one play and they will not attempt to make the double play. We have 1 out. Great play there by the shortstop getting the lead runner. That would be number 10, Gabby Guadino for the Blast.
Looks like now we got number 48 batting, Alex.
And she'll take strike run 1. Runner will steal 2, and it looks like she's going to go 3 with that ball that got away, and it got away again. And she will stay at third.
Yeah, I think that slide maybe she wasn't ready to get up. She went down on her back for that one. So there was a throw down to try to catch the runner. Ball just got away from the shortstop.
Let's take another look at it. So it looks like it was almost there. Bounced over her. She almost had that and got through. Great read there by number 21 for AHQ. That would be Reese Davis. And then, yeah, she slid and
looks like
right
she ran into 15's mitt.
So she'll be on third base. We just had a timeout from the Blast coach trying to settle them down. The tying run is at the plate right now. If she can get on, runner will try to take home on a pass ball, and she will.
She does.
So the score is now 5-4. HQ is only down by 1. We have Alex Carlson up to bat. Following her, Gianna Maselli. We have 1 out. Nobody on base at the moment.
That was some good base riding by by Reese. I don't know why I called her Alex Reese. Alex is batting.
Alex is batting. A beautiful changeup. Foul ball will not be caught. Right side.
Alex definitely waited on that.
So we have no balls. We have 1 ball, 2 strikes on her. And she'll foul one off again. So we have still 1 ball, 2 strikes. We have another foul. We have another foul ball. Alex is doing a great job of fouling off pitches that she doesn't really like.
Just to stay alive.
Yeah. All right. And we have a ball in the dirt. It looked kind of like it hit her in the foot, but will not call it. She's not going to argue. We have full count, nobody on base, 1 out. Let's see what Alex can do here. And she'll take ball 4. See, she was a little excited by that. Reminds me a little bit of that Oklahoma player that for the first at-bat leadoff hitter. She got walked, and the entire way down to first base, she was cheering and hyping up her team in the dugout. We have Gianna Maselli up to bat. She gets a pop-up to the shortstop.
There's something going on with the umpires because the home plate umpire had his hands up in the air as the pitch was being thrown. So I'm not sure if that's going to be considered a dead ball.
Or if she'll try again. Not sure what happened there.
But number
Good catch
11,
there because I didn't see that.
Yeah, it was. So we're just waiting to see what's happening. I don't think. Okay, so the batter is out.
They're going to talk to the first base coach for AHQ.
Trying to
Not
read
quite
lips.
sure what's going on.
So it looks like they allowed that pitch to go.
Sure.
Let's see what happened there. See if we can see it.
Might have been conversing about the infield fly rule, but we haven't seen it at all so far. We have a hard grounder down the line. A third baseman grabs it, but it will be foul. We have a runner on first base for AHQ. Tying run is on first. We have 2 outs.
Yeah, that wouldn't be infield fly because his hands went up before the pitch crossed the plate.
Looks like she's going to take 2, and she is safe. Not sure if that was called by the coach to take that base, but if it wasn't, that was very good read by her, Alex, taking that base on the changeup, because if it holds so long in the air, she can get a great jump on it. So we have 2 balls, 1 strike. Tying run on second for AHQ.
Well, as we expected, this is a battle.
We have a pop-up foul ball. And it has landed in the bushes. I think that one's lost. Unless some brave fan wants to venture in the
That's
bushes.
what the little siblings are for. Send them off into the bushes, go try to find the ball.
Oh, and it looks like he got it.
There you go.
That was pretty fast. Nice grab there by the blast catcher, number 44, Avery. Keeping that runner from advancing to third.
Yeah, she is taking a huge lead off on 2.
We have full count. And the ball gets
Okay.
away. That's ball
Pays
4.
off.
Alex will take third. So it's first and third now. We're calling time again. Got a little bit of dirt on the plate. Looks like we have number 12 up for AHQ, Mia Perez. We've seen earlier today that she has a lot of power behind her. She can hit solid line drives to the outfield. We saw earlier today. What has she done?
She had a solid hard grounder hit to first base, and then she did fly out to second base. So she likes sitting on the right side, which is good when you're trying to advance your runners. Well, let's see if she can get on base this time.
All right, not sure what the umpire's talking about there.
He was just telling the blast coach that it was time to end his timeout.
But he was talking to the third
It
base
looks
and
like-
first base coach. Might have been time limit. Oh, they switched.
They switch pitchers.
That makes sense.
Yeah, so it looks like we've got number 4, Bryn, on the mound for the blast. And it's nice to see number 48 for AHQ. She is timing up her lead with Bryn's practice pitches, or warm-up pitches.
Which is not something you see too often.
You don't. Usually the girls are talking to their coach or
Taking the
doing
rest.
rock, paper, scissors. We've seen that.
I'm guilty of that.
You are. But it's good that she's timing herself up.
It
Should
looks
be
like
5
Hope
warm-up
will go
pitches.
to second. So we moved a couple people around.
It was nice. Blew one out there, told Bryn where the runners were, pointed to both of them, made sure that she's aware that there is runners on first and second and that there is 2
First
outs.
and third.
First and third, I'm so sorry. I
Sweet.
looked at 2 outs.
We have foul ball straight back at us. Counts 0-1. We have Mia Perez up to bat for AHQ. It's fun to say AHQ. Woo! Looked a little close to her elbow. I think she was waiting for that one to hit her. Count is 1-1. She'll swing at one, kind of at her head.
High, yeah.
So we have 1 ball, 2 strikes. Runners on first and third. Tying run is on third. Winning run is on first. And she'll watch ball 2 go by. Get lots of clamor from the audience here. Thought there was a little bit in the strike zone and it should have been called, but she'll foul this one off. Count is 2-2. You can hear the AHQ family and players and coaches getting real excited here.
Yep, they're excited. I'm waiting for a runner on first to go take off towards second.
Ball 3,
she's
full
not.
count. 2 outs.
Runners should be running now, running on the pitch. Except for maybe the third base runner, so she doesn't get hit.
Maybe. And she watches ball 4. Bases are loaded, 2 outs. Tying run on third base, winning run now on second. Number 23 for AHQ is up to bat, Paige Terranova. She's also another one who hits hard line drives to the outfield. I believe she hit the fence yesterday.
And today she has hit it out towards right field. She did strike out looking her second at bat.
She'll swing and miss for strike 1.
Just a little bit of pressure. Hopefully she can hold up.
And I think this might be the last inning for this game. So if HQ does not score, the game's over.
I think so.
So they either have to tie it or win.
Go ahead. Yeah.
So let's see. HQ is picking up the energy in the dugout, and she'll watch strike 2.
That
It's
was
a
right
little
down the
bit
middle.
too
That,
high.
that looked good to me.
The count is 1 ball, 2 strikes. We have 2 outs, bases loaded. You can tell there's a lot of pressure on her right now. And she hits a ground ball to the second baseman, and she makes the out at first. And that is game.
That was a good game, as
It was
expected.
beautiful.
As expected. Both teams came out wanting it badly.
So the Blast win by 1. The score is 5-4. Total of 6 innings. And the Blast will advance to the next round. Not sure yet who they will be playing against, but I'm sure we will find out soon. And once again, thank you to the Beacon Academy for putting this production up. And we will hopefully see you guys for the next game. Once again, I'm Addison Tenorella.
I am Kim Tenorella.
And we will see you at the next one.